Manchester United fans are on social media because they've obviously pinged that one. It's not going to be as easy as that. I really don't think it is, because I think the Klopp will, throw a spanner in the works. He'll make them very difficult to break down. They do attack from the front. They do close down. They play a high-pressing, intense game. United are going to have to be at their best. There's no reason why they can't do it, though. But I'm going to sit on the fence and say a draw.
Aha, Mace is being Mace again and sitting on the fence. Well, Mace, thank you so much for your inputs on that half-yearly report card. That's all we have for you on this episode. Many, many thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week. And before we go, we'll leave you with some of the best moments from the season so far. Goodbye.
Deep breath and go. Oh, wow! There's your superstar. Here's Mane, and that's a great goal. First blood, Guardiola. Good effort. Oh, that's a fabulous goal. 30 seconds. Welcome back. It's brilliant from Bayern. Can he finish? It's wonderful. What a way to reach 150 Premier League goals. Swansea City lead in stopping time. 5-4. Wow. Bournemouth have iced the cake. There is the cherry on the top. Dazzled by the skills of Alexis Sanchez. 99. 100! The champions listener are well and truly on the slide. Mkhitaryan in the middle. That is special. It's Giroud. Absolutely magnificent. Dele Alli scored. Birds have turned the procession back into a race.
हाथी बोला हा हा।
हम गिन के कहानियां नहीं सुनाते हैं, ना हम गिन के मुस्कुराते हैं, न गिन के दोस्त बनाते हैं। शम्मी का डांस स्टेप एक और बार तो बनता है। क्रिकेट, मूवीज, डाउनलोड्स, भला ये भी कोई गिनता है? कहते हैं गिनो तो खुशियों को नजर आती है। इसीलिए दुनिया का फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग नेटवर्क
That is gonna beat you. Don't get the pain. Don't get you mad. Don't win the game. You gotta get bad. That is gonna beat you good.
Baddies are back. Catch the baddest badminton action. Vodafone Premier Badminton League, powered by Maruti Suzuki. 1st January to 14 January at 6:30 p.m.
This broadcast is presented by Vodafone, powered by Maruti Suzuki in association with Amazon.in, Bajaj Electricals and Gioni S6L.
Vodafone Premier Badminton League, powered by Maruti Suzuki. 1st January to 14 January at 6:30 p.m.
This broadcast is presented by Vodafone, powered by Maruti Suzuki in association with Amazon.in, Bajaj Electricals and Gioni S6S.
Watch your favourite team only on Star Sports Select HD.
The new home of the Premier League.
Today on Star Sports Select HD1, Premier League news live at 5:30 p.m. Tonight on Star Sports Select HD1, Fan Zone live at 9 p.m.
Hello everyone, welcome along to Football Today, where as ever we have two football writers to cast their expert eyes behind the latest headlines in the Premier League. Chief football correspondent for the Daily Telegraph, Jason Burt, is with me, along with Jonathan Northcroft, the football correspondent of the Sunday Times. Well, from Rooney's record really to a potential double player exit at Arsenal. Gents, so much to get through today, but it's an unbelievable time of year in the football calendar in England especially. Transfer window still open. You just put to bed the FA Cup third round, and of course here we go again after what's like 7 games in 22 days. What's it like for you at this time of year?
it's a funny month, isn't it? Because the cup breaks up the league and you're not quite sure where you stand. It's a bit like those international break sort of months earlier in the season, and then you've got the FL Cup as well coming into it. But it's exciting. I mean, I think that's why we love it. We come into the new year, everyone is looking for something, and January gives you that. But I must say, it's nice when the window shuts.
Yeah, I bet it is. Is this the time when you can take stock of what's just gone on?
A little bit, but as Jonathan says, it doesn't really stop, you know, because one thing after the other, you have that busy festive period, straight into the cup competitions, everyone's talking about being exhausted and winter breaks and so on and so forth. And then it's the transfer window, which obviously is a huge thing again, and people trying to do business this month. Been a little bit of a slow build-up so far, but I think there will be quite a bit of business done towards the end of the window, so we've got 2 or 3 more weeks of that to look forward to, and it could be quite frantic because there is money there to spend, you know, and everyone's got ambitions. The league's fairly concertinaed in the middle and the bottom and so on, and some of the top teams are also trying to do business as well, so I think it could be quite a busy window.
And the other thing to throw in the mix is sackings. I mean, because of the window, you get the sackings and then the new managers coming in before, as we've seen this year. So, so it's always something new to write about there.
So no Premier League fixtures at the weekend, of course. That's because we had the FA Cup third round with the Premier League clubs involved. In the last 24 hours, the FA Cup fourth round draw was made. And interestingly enough, not many, if at all, in terms of all Premier League ties. A couple of potential ones. If Crystal Palace get past Bolton, they'll take on Manchester City at Selhurst Park. While, of course, all eyes with the other potential one, which sees either Southampton or Norwich. Of course, if the Saints overcome the Canaries, they'll host Arsenal then down on the south coast. But what it means, I suppose, with all the big guns being separated in the fourth round, we could be set for a fantastic fifth, quarter-final and semi-final onwards.
Looks like we're going to be, yeah. I mean, I don't like all Premier League ties, I have to say. I like the competition to stay strong. I mean, we've seen such a strong Premier League this year, the strength of the big teams, and I think they'll be there in the Cup in the last 8. Yeah,
I mean, it's you know, the home draw is what the big Premier League teams really want in any sort of stage of the competition, but certainly now. So Manchester United getting Wigan Athletic. Chelsea-Brentford's an interesting one. I mean, Brentford are quite an interesting team. If they put their strongest team out, they could give Chelsea a real test there, but Tottenham against Wycombe Wanderers, for example. Yeah. So those draws are very favourable to the Premier League teams. They'll want home draws more than anything else in the early rounds of the Cup.
But the main talking point in terms of the Premier League from the third round of the FA Cup is what Wayne Rooney achieved, and a bit of history really. 249 goals with his 1 goal against Reading means he's now joint top in terms of equal goal scoring at Manchester United alongside Sir Bobby Charlton. So 249 goals in a United shirt during his 13 years at Old Trafford. This is the way it's been reported in the last few days. So the Mail on Sunday, 249 and counting. Now Wayne supreme on the back page of The Sun. Bobby Dazzler, the Sunday Times. It's goal 249 as Rooney equals Charlton's scoring record. And Henry Winter writing inside The Times today, Rooney deserves his place alongside the legend, so Bobby Charlton. To be the joint leading scorer for arguably the biggest club, you know, in the world during the Premier League era, facing Champions League games as well, and leading the line for your country, how big an achievement is that, Jonathan?
It's an amazing achievement. You know, I was there when Rooney scored his first goals for United as an 18-year-old who scored that incredible hat-trick against Fenerbahce in the Champions League. Great goals as well. And to see him 13 years later, I think as a teenager we wondered if he would have the longevity because of his build and all that kind of stuff. And to see him there 13 years later, you know, still scoring. Typically Rooney goal, because was it a great goal or was it a bit of a piece of luck? There's always debate with Rooney. But you think of what's happened in between, it's not just the goals, there's been Champions League wins, 5 league titles. He's played with some of the best and he's held his own in forward lines, including Ronaldo, Tevez, Berbatov, Van Nistelrooy. He's been a very adaptable player for Manchester United. And then you look at the person whose records he's taken, it's Sir Bobby Charlton. You know, he's taken his records at England level and he's taken his records at Manchester United level. And he's done it not always playing striker. Like, I mean, Bobby didn't always play forward either, but Wayne Rooney hasn't always played striker as well. It is an amazing career.
But it's been a long time coming, though, in a way, hasn't it, this one goal?
It has, and I think that's symptomatic of the fact that you know, his career is going on a downward trajectory at the moment, and he's not going to be in Manchester United's strongest first 11 anymore, really. And he got back into the team for an FA Cup tie. We wouldn't back him to start against Liverpool this weekend in the Premier League, would we?